Funke, you've just done most of my job for me, which is fabulous. So, I'd like you, on that basis, to raise your hand, please, if it's important, bearing in mind what we've just heard, for you to be happy and healthy. Well, that was nicely primed, wasn't it? But my question also to you is it also important to you for those that you know and love to be happy and healthy too? Raise your hand. Give me a little wave. Little girly wave. That just makes me feel better, Annie. That's nothing to do with anything. It just makes me feel better. Okay, well, I know that I'm in a room of very beautiful, talented entrepreneurs. Am I right? You don't sound sure. I think you are. But because you're entrepreneurial, if you're anything like me, potentially there are some things that maybe you're not paying so much attention to. So whether that's in terms of your work-life balance. I know that if you're striving to get your message out to the world, that maybe you've taken your eye off creating enough time for yourself. Or perhaps it's in terms of your relationships. Maybe those are suffering because you're so focused on what you're doing. Or it could be that financially, that's where you're struggling. So maybe you're trying to run a new business and you're still stuck in a job. And you can't give of yourself because you're too busy working for somebody else. Or indeed, maybe it is your health. Maybe there are some things showing up for you. So maybe things are getting a bit slower. Maybe they're getting a bit wider. Maybe they're getting a bit more difficult, a bit more challenging. Or perhaps you're even having some more serious health issues. And that's a concern to you, and maybe you're worried for your future because you don't really know where this is going. Or maybe it's not you, but it's maybe somebody that you love, and you would like to have some information about how you could help them. But imagine instead, if every day was much easier for you, every day you feel like you did in your 30s or even in your 20s. You've got your life sorted so that you've got this wonderful work-life balance. You've found a way to leverage your time and your money so that you can do what you want, when you want, with whom you want, and wherever you want. And not only that, you found a purpose in your life so that you can contribute, so that you feel that you're being useful to the world and that you're able to leave your legacy. Now, does that sound like a good option for you? Yes or no? Yes. That was the interactive part of my talk. I just need you to, you see, if I talk very quickly, I know that. So if I ask you a question, because I've got to get on with it, would you mind? If I ask a question, would you mind just saying, is that okay? Yes or no? Yes. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So that I know you understand. Thank you, young man. Excellent. So, if you're here now and you want to be here, does it make sense to you that you might need to change some things? Funke's already. Yes. Makes some sense, doesn't it? So what am I here to talk to you about specifically? Well, you know that I'm here to talk to you about your health because I've referred to it. But actually, more importantly, I'm here to talk to you about your heart. Not only the heart that beats inside you 350 million times in a lifetime, but also the heart that you have to give to the world. The heart where you're actually being and doing the things that you want to do, that you're meant to be here, that you're fulfilling your purpose and you're sharing your passion. So why is that important? Why is it important for you to do that? Well, if you are building a business or if you've got a lesson or some information to share, then you've made a promise, haven't you? Raise your hand if you're a mother in this room or an auntie or you're a grandmother. Okay, so as a woman or a gentleman, we do have gentlemen here, you have made a promise, haven't you? You've made a promise that you're going to nurture those children or that you're going to nurture your clients. And you've made a promise that you're going to give them your all so that they can achieve their dreams and their passions and their goals or whatever it is. Would you agree with me? Raise your hand if you understand what I mean, please. So it's really understand.